Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Morning Brew. Wherever you are, whenever you're listening, I do hope it's a good one. I've actually given some thought recently to delaying the Morning Brew a little later. Part of the reasoning for that is now with doing the e-news, I have a little less time to gather my thoughts because it's between the end of that and the start of this show that I'm actually able to think of something to talk about. And because if I do it beforehand, I lose focus on what I want to do, which is reading the news stories that I have coming up. So usually it's about 10 minutes, and I'm just sitting here, just kind of not really thinking of anything, just waiting. And things will either pop in my head or not. And it's like, well, maybe I ought to delay it a little bit to kind of give myself time to, relax and reset a little bit, just to, you know, I don't know. It's just a thought. I'll let you all decide what you think. 54.5 Access Radio says, hashtag Krampus is coming. Okay. 54.5 Access Radio. I know I've heard of Krampus before, but yeah, go ahead and tell, please. PCAT says, good morning, Captain. Mega Cropper 1 says, morning, Captain and crew. Dave G. Sen says, good morning, Brew. And the lovely Sherry says, good morning. And good morning, the lovely Sherry. 47 York 10 says, greetings from Eastern Canada. Eldridge Lord Haster says, morning, everyone. And thank you, Pastor, you have reminded me something I forgot to do this morning. I do appreciate that. You didn't even have to say it, and it popped in my head. So I do need to share this link out with the group of people that are that I have collected. Let's get this together. Of course, Mountains of Elysium sent me a picture. More than likely something I can't share, but that's Mountains of Elysium for you. All right, let's see here. Go with Tuesday. Morning Brew. There we go. Tuesday Morning Brew and the link. And there we go. Really? It's taking you that long to upload it, Twitter. Really? It's a fucking link. I, I mean, I actually want to sit here and make sure it's processed, but it's like, really? It took that long? I feel like I'm on dial-up, for God's sake. Okay, getting back to the chat. Oh, Eldridge, Lord Haster, says coffee, not coffee. Dave G. Sound says, I wouldn't delay your regular showtime cap. I'd like the news either a bit earlier to end it by 5:30 to give you more time. My thoughts. Well, actually, I kind of timed it to try to. Yeah, well, I may move it a little earlier, but I will not be moving it. I want to give myself a little bit of time, but I appreciate your input, and I'm going to actually consider it what time I should be doing it. Um, and yeah, and Pastor says Twitter is being slow this morning. Oh, that's true. And then, of course, people are saying hi to each other, and that's always good to see. Um, one of the things that I find funny is there are people that will talk about community, and you know, some it's good, some not so good. But one of the things that I believe that community has to do is communicate. So that's why I like to see people talking in the chat, whether it's something that's related to what's being talked about or not. Just having people talking is a good thing. Because it means we're coming together and we're talking, kind of like going to a little I don't know, potluck. Be the best way to put it. Where people are just, they'll be in their own little groups, 3 or 4, whatever, and they'll be talking. Now there may be a bigger group, but in that case, there's still only 2 or 3 people that are actually talking. More the people are more listening, but they feel a part of the group because they're there. And so that's why I like seeing the chat. There are times I'll ignore, hey, so and so, so so so, hey, so 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 so, unless something is said directly to me or it's something related to that. Somebody says hi and then says something to me, but then I'll highlight it. Like this. Let's see here. Oh, and then Dave says, adjusting your mainstay shift time is kind of a big change. That's true. Um, and I don't want to do that necessarily. And like Jeff B says, good morning, Captain Track Darth. So yes, that was actually directed to me as well as to others, to Darth Hester. Um, okay. Drinking tree bark, aka decaf. Um, how about we not? How about we not? And Hester says, we may not always see eye to eye on things, but we get along, Captain Trek. Well, that's true. That is true. There are people that I don't get along with. Um, and I'll be quite honest, some of them on Twitter I kind of enjoy antagonizing because their opinions suck. Sorry. Um, and particularly those who think that you know New Trek is actually good uh, and comparable to real Star Trek. You're idiotic. Sorry. Um, so I've never been shy about my opinion. I'm not going to start now. And speaking of which, Darth Aster, you and I need to talk sometime. There are a couple of things I need to discuss with you. Nothing bad, nothing uh, urgent. It'll wait. I know you've got things to get ready for Christmas, so and Pastor says, "Do you still want me to put in a music link, wake up call in chat? Anytime you have a song that is fitting, Darth Aster, put it in. Put it in. I approve. That's a reason why I make certain people moderators and certain people not, because I am not completely stupid. And Jeff B, I just need to get to know more. Otherwise, I'd make him a mod as well. It's one of those things. That's one of the things that JJ helped me with is deciding who to make moderator and who to not. And basically, you gotta keep the moderators to people you know and trust who will do the job correctly. And then, of course, there's the lovely Sherry who earns it just because she's sweet. And yeah, I like Sherry. She's nice. Jeff B says, saw episodes of season 1, episode 1 and 2 of STD and was done. Well, that right there shows you're intelligent. And Eldridge, Lord Hester says, got it. And I got your wake up call here and puts in a link. And for anyone who has the ability to open a new tab and listen to it, go for it. Trust me, I wish I could play it here. But yeah, knowing the YouTube game, that ain't going to happen. I am going to have, however, uh, very uh, non copyrighted music playing on Christmas. And if anyone doesn't like Christmas music, you probably won't care for the background. But I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum. Just kind of a background thing to, in case there's a little bit of a lull in the conversation for a moment or two, it will obviously fill it, and people can just kind of relax, take it easy, nothing big. And the other place I forgot to post the link to was the Discord. And I can't thank Darzaster for that because I don't know what it caused me to just think of that. But all of a sudden I realized, oh, wait a minute, I haven't done the same to Discord that I have before. Really? Oh, great. Let me see if I can. First of all, I'm going to go to this one. Brew link in. Now, let's see. I got that taken care of. Let me get the link from yesterday removed just to take care of that. Because usually if there's two links in there, people will go, huh? Which one do I push? And they'll usually push the wrong one. Unfortunately, that's just the way things go. And, you know, let's see now. Just a nerdy normie, not looking to be a mod. Cool, that's fine. That's fine. I usually, when I'm added as a moderator, it's usually I'm surprised and it's not something I'm expecting. So, in fact, there was one channel I was added to a mod to, well, actually two. It's like, huh? What the hell? Okay, thank you. Oh, personal. And Dave G Sound says, I forced my way through all of Lower Decks the other day just to have absorbed it. Like when you sit down in a puddle and your pants absorb the water. Yeah, basically, yeah. Except you'd get more out of it if you had made the puddle yourself. Um, Dave says, it was watchable, I suppose, but I'm really glad to be done with it. And good morning, Snorter Poopus. How are you today? And good morning, brightest day. How are you today? And Snorter Poopus says, when I'm added as a mod, I'm surprised and alarmed and wonder about the sanity of the person who did it. Well, they trust you. And obviously they have good reason to. Like I said, generally the people I add as mods are people I know and trust who will do what needs to be done. Now, here's what I'm going to here is the new instruction. When it comes to the bots, we're going to play the Whack-A-Bot game. That means moderators, if one of those bots come in with one of those obvious bot messages, time them out. Then everybody in chat gets to report them. If you hide them, it makes it harder to report. So just time them out. I don't care who times them out. Could be 10 times timed out, doesn't matter. And then, everybody in chat gets to have the fun of reporting this loser as a spammer. So we call that the Whack-A-Bot game. See, otherwise, not everybody gets a chance to participate in the Whack-A-Bot game, and I want to include everybody. Let's see here. You need to pop back on my channel so I can rent you Captain Trek. Okay, well, when you are streaming again, I will. That's fine. And because I've been looking for you to be streaming, and it's usually not when I'm awake. Snorter Pippa says, I have a friend who keeps pushing lower decks at me. We're still friends, though. Well, different people like different things. I understand that. Yeah, just don't get on calling, new Trek actual Star Trek. And Jesus set to Whack-A-Bot, that's right. Got it. No need to say anything. Timeout. Report. Then hide. Yes. It's automatically hidden, by the way, if you just report them. Oh, hidden from you, that is. But yeah, anyone who sees it, I want to have the audience have the luxury of participating in games. Unfortunately, as a non-monetized channel and somebody not on, where I could actually have games or something, that's going to be the fun part of the game. And yes, you can, but it is easier if you do it during a live stream. Trust me, I've tried. It is possible. Don't get me wrong. You can do it easily, but it's easier to do with during a stream. Of course, knowing Pastor, he can do it either way. And Pastor says, not being a smartass either. Well, you are a smartass. You just weren't being one then. And yes, Bright as Day says it is easier if the other person is there. So When are you streaming? I don't care what you're streaming, whether it's a game, whether it's whatever, whether you're just talking. And good morning, Pflugerville. Flug, whatever. You take off the Ville, I forgot. Good morning, Flugger. And greetings, Mountains of Elysium. How are you today? Can't stay, just dropping by to give a like. Well, if you can, please stay for a minute or two. That number one, that'll help the algorithm to recognize you as an actual view and not look like a freaking bot. I don't know what the difference is, but YouTube seems to have that little thing where they like people to stay for 2 minutes. And I do hope your day's going well. I know you've got meetings and working on projects. I hope you can get all that done before Christmas. Because 26th, yeah. I don't care. You got church, that's fine. I understand that. I would like you to come on my stream sometime on the 26th. It is my birthday. I'm requesting that. There are a few other people I'm going to request come on for Christmas. There are a few other people that I'm going to ask to come on for my birthday. I'm making it known. Mountains of Elysium, I'm asking you to come on for my birthday, if you can. And getting back to the chat. Resolute Germ says, good morning, all. And I'm just glad to have you in chat, Mountains of Elysium. It's always nice to see you. Wait a minute. Okay. Once I've seen someone do it, I know, and I know it's possible, I can usually repeat the process. Learn to tattoo off YouTube videos. Oh, that's a scary thing. That's a scary thing. I like you. I don't know if I'd trust you to tattoo me. Um, Now, if we were in prison together and it was a necessity, okay, fine. Yeah. Um, but yeah, we'll just go with yeah. I don't, unless you were actually going through the process, been certified, and all that. Um, but I'm not looking to get a tattoo. I have no idea what I'd get. Yes. It's funny because there was somebody who asked me before if I got a tattoo, what would I get? I don't know. I have no idea. And maybe that actually would be a good topic to, excuse me, to discuss, um, where people can give their opinions on what they would get, not what I would get. Um, I will, if possible. We have guests for Christmas, and I will have to get them home on the 26th. Other than that, I should be uh, there at some stage. And you're welcome. Like I said, I'm not asking you to come by for any great length of time. Uh, you know, 2 to 5 minutes is fine. I'm not particular. I don't often get the chance to talk to you because of time zones and time differences and blah blah blah. Yes, we exchange messages at times, but it would be nice to actually be able to hear your voice and actually talk to you rather than just hearing you on some random other stream that I have to turn on. Jeffy says, Merry Christmas to you all. Got to get ready for appointment. Well, hope you have a Merry Christmas as well. You do not want a pen ink and cigarette ash tat. No, no, hell no. That's called asking or begging for an infection. No thank you. As I said, I may not be the smartest, but I'm not that stupid. Let's see here. I learned stocks from YouTube was going well until Uncle Joe came along. Yep. Well, we're all learning new things with Uncle Joe. Not to be confused with Robert 45, who was also an Uncle Joe, just not that Uncle Joe. Now, yes, for us printing the president tattoo. Ah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to definitely be going longer on the 26th. That's a guarantee. Ah. Well, she can't be too bad if she has a birthday on the 26th. She may be far from perfect, but, you know, she can't be all bad. She's got an excellent birthday. Everyone took a hit in stock in entertainment. Well, I wouldn't say everyone necessarily. It depends on where in entertainment you were invested. If you have the foresight to invest in certain areas, you actually gained. In others, you lost. But again, there was no telling. And Snorter Pippus, thank you. I appreciate that. He says happy birthday in advance. So let's see here. Like I said, actually, if I think about it, I may start to write some stuff down before I actually do my news thing, but that's no guarantee. Uh, yeah, they have been long predicted. You're correct. A lot of times it does happen to coincide with other events, which is why people tend to connect the two. I'm not saying there is or isn't a connection, but it does tend to happen alongside other things. So yeah, there is a certain um, cause and effect thing that people automatically link something to. If there are people that it's like if I drop a gumball and a light bulb goes out, they honestly think they caused the light bulb to go out by dropping the gumball. It just happened. And yes, other times there's more tangible evidence of other things. And good morning, Jedi Bill. How are you today? It also coincides with solar activity, but I don't put any credence to that. Well, as I said, more of a coincidence. Like I said, dropping the gumball and the light bulb going out. So, yes, things happen. And you're okay. So what's going on, Jedi Bill? You usually are good, but did you not get rest or something? Startup Pippus. Don't underestimate the gumball effect. You never know. Why not? But let's see. Um, wow. One thing I haven't talked about this morning is that the feature channel is that 70s rock fan. Unfortunately, um, he's not usually able to come on because of time differences. I don't know what he has going on, but it's he's been in chat a few times. There have been a few others who aren't able to come on regularly. He's one of them. He does good on other streams I've seen. He does make excellent content, and he's a good all around guy. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to him, the link is in the description below. And BK Dan says, "Morning, Captain Trek. I overslept today." Well, you know what? Once in a while, it's not bad to oversleep. I've done that a few times myself. Um, yeah, the only problem is when I woke up and it's like, shit, I have a stream starting in 2 minutes. Time to make coffee. Thankfully, I have a 3-minute intro so I can get the coffee started and get the stream started. And by the time the intro's done, I'm able to be ready and be on. And I sound like crap, but hey, that's just how it goes. And Resolute Germ says, "I wish I could rant about politics and stocks for a few hours." Oh, trust me, I wish you were able to as well. I'm sure you have quite a bit of knowledge. Um, and thank you, Bone. Have a good day at work. You're running late. Thank you very much. By the way, you're one I need to talk to as well sometime. Um, and BK Dan says, "What's the topic today?" Sorry, if I've already said. Well, right now there is no topic. I haven't stated it. This could actually become a microbrew. Who knows? It could be the first. Uh, official one. I don't know. We'll just see. And Resolute Term says, damn job, so inconvenient. And Dave T. Sound says, it isn't pizza. Well, that's true. It's not pizza today. We have talked about pizza before, and we probably will again. Broadus Day says, troll bounding into comics and pick a topic. Well, usually I'll look on bounding into comics for something for the news, but I don't usually look on there for a topic to pick for discussion. Let me see if I have that tab open. I do have a few tabs open, unlike Burr, it's only a few. So, and hopefully he is sleeping right now. Let me see here. Let me get that one. There we go. Going to the main Bounding into Comics page. See if there's actually something that is discussable. And of course, it's taking its sweet time loading. Because why the hell not? This is why I prefer not to do stuff on the fly. Because, yeah, it just goes, what the hell? Oh, great. Eventually it'll load sometime. Don't know when. So I'm not going to wait. Oh, there. Now, well, okay. And let's see here now. And Murder Prey 5 says Kapla. Basic Sound says today is pizza less. Snorter Poopin says pizza is such a dangerously divisive topic. It's safer to just stick to religion. Oh my. It's kind of scary, but yeah. That's not something I choose to talk about. Channel 66, good morning, everyone. And good morning, Channel 66. How are you today? Um, of course, Haster could go for some pizza. All right. People are greeting everyone. That's good to see. So let's see here. The page ever loaded. Oh, it loaded the one I didn't want to load. But hey, why not? Yeah. I want to go to the main page, not to that one. There. Finally. Let's look at this real quick. See, like I said, this is more of a news type thing than I would choose to pick for a discussion because, quite honestly, I have no stake in it at all. Most of it, I appreciate comics. I appreciate everything that's being done as far as the reporting on the entertainment industry. But yeah, most of these topics I don't really have a stake in. Out driving this crazy holiday traffic, but all is good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. And we have
Hello, world. It's Berto Bray 5, Cupslaw. Good
Kapla.
morning, Captain.
Good morning, Bert. How are you?
Miserable. Miserable as F.
Good.
Nothing you did, just fucking world. Been listening to the news for an hour, too tired to change the channel. Not awake enough to find the remote. Going on and on about bullshit. Every fucking news story is wrong. Nothing that's on the news is right. Everything is wrong. It is ridiculous. I hate the world. I hate the country. I hate the planet. I hate everybody. Every one of you people out there, except you people who are subscribers. You guys are awesome. But everyone else, fuck you.
Exactly. I agree completely. So subscribe today. They won't give a fuck about you.
This is why Kuroga was born, because the rest of the earth was wrong.
Oh, I tend to agree completely.
And the lovely Sherry is the loveliest of them all. And Dave G is the soundiest of them all. And Eldrick Lord Haster is the Eldrick Lordest of them all. And BK Dan is the BKest of them all.
Okay.
Snorta Poopus
No,
isn't a
don't go
subscriber.
there.
Isn't a
Thank you.
subscriber of mine.
And BK Dan says 6.2 earthquake off California coast noon yesterday. Eureka. Well, I don't watch the news, so I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah. There was an earthquake. People claimed to have felt it in San Francisco, but nobody did. There's no way that quake was felt in San Francisco, unless it was possibly in 6-story to 7-story buildings. Those might, those resonate. Those resonate the earthquake waves a bit. Even though I'm calling bullshit. People just want to feel, oh, I felt the shake. I felt the earthquake. Yeah, no, nobody felt the earthquake for 80 miles between wherever you were and San Francisco. All of a sudden, San Francisco feels the earthquake now.
I tend to agree with you, Bert, but yeah, I think it's bullshit.
Dave G sounds as I still have a sound recording of Berto Prey promising me a Christmas card from July. Really, Dave G? Because that doesn't sound like a promise I would make. Because I only usually make promises I intend to keep. And since I don't have your address, I don't know how I could even begin to send you a Christmas card.
They do have electronic Christmas cards. So if you have his email address, which you should, or if you have him on Discord, that way you would be able to send him a Christmas card electronically. So if you did promise, which I'm not saying you did or didn't, you would be able to then keep that promise without having to know his address. And even if he's just full of shit, you could still send it to him electronically. So see, and the recording bird. Oh, I have it. Okay, well then upload it. Please.
Like, honestly, I'm just curious the situation around it, the context around it. Could you upload it to SoundCloud or something? I'd love to hear it. And I will send you a card. I just send me what you an email or an address, and I will send you a card. I made that promise. My apologies. Just BertoPray5@AOL.com.
Uh, 54.5 Access Radio says, #Bird denies everything, Dave G Sound. And Lord Hasbro says,
I don't
"Same
deny
here."
it. I just surprised. I'm surprised because of, like I said, I don't recall having Dave G's address. Now, if it was an email address, perhaps I might have forgot about it if I got his address and then got sick that week or something. I mean, this summer was the summer I had the blood clot, so a whole lot of shit did, I'm sure, get put off and forgotten about. Like if it was the week before I had the blood clot, then everything went topsy-turvy after that, and has been since. Not blood clot, pneumonia. The pneumonia, which might have been part of a blood clot, we don't even know. The blood clot could have been dealing with this since the summer, if my doctor's theory is correct. You didn't say promise. Well, I mean, still, if I said I'll send you a Christmas card, I would have expected that I had a way to send it.
And have a good day, Resolute Germ. Always good to have you here.
Take care, Resolute.
And he's sending it to me, so I don't know how he's sending it. Could be any 2, maybe 3 ways. I don't know. That you might want to say how you're sending it, Dave. Might make it a little easier.
I still am upset, Dave, because I really do my best not to make even casual promises that I have no intent on following through. I know every time somebody's so-called promised me something and then didn't deliver, and it upsets me, to a point, but doesn't upset me totally. Like, I'll be honest. There is one very famous YouTuber within our circle of YouTubers who promised me some free merch. I didn't expect it from them, but they said they'd heard about me and my situation years ago. And they said, we'll hook them up. We'll send them a bunch of merch and like, yeah, okay, cool. Well, that was 3 years ago or 2, whatever. I still watch this YouTuber. Doesn't upset me that they forgot. I'm sure they just forgot. And if I ever brought it up to them and said, hey, by the way, I'm sure they would feel bad and send me twice as much as they would have sent before. But I don't want to. I'm not going to. But I do recall the fact that, yeah, it does mildly upset me a little bit that they didn't have to say anything. And they did. And then they forgot to follow through. So I really don't want to be that person who forgot to follow through. So Dave, that's why I ask, not just so I can learn myself. What did I say? And then I can think back through my head and wonder, did I make any promises to anyone else? Because if it was you, there's probably someone else who's upset too, who didn't have the balls to tell that, to say that. And I really worry about, the, the people who aren't going to step forward, who aren't going to say, hey, you told me you were going to send me a Christmas card, or you were going to send me, uh, a birthday present. Rock solid. I said I'll send him a birthday present for his next birthday. But I just want to remember it's his next birthday. So you let me know when the next birthday comes. He sent it in Messenger.
Okay,
Yeah.
that means I gotta get on.
And it's right. Perfect. I right.
Facebook.
I
Hate Facebook.
I downloaded Messenger as a separate app, so I don't need Facebook.
I downloaded it before. I need to re-download it. Let's see here. Now, of course, it's taking time. Sending a fucking message because, yeah, screw you. No, oh, there it is. Okay, let me see. Let's go with, actually.
God damn it. I'm just messing with you. Well, did I say it or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Check your messenger.
No, you sent it to me. Just play it.
I don't know how to play it on here.
Ah, son of a bitch. Okay.
I can remove or forward. That's about it. I don't know how to get the damn thing to play.
It just says lol here. There's nothing attached.
Fuck. Really?
You have to forward the part. You forwarded the text part of the message.
How do I?
You got to forward the attachment part. They're like two separate messages.
God damn son of a bitch. I hate this shit. I really. Do people wonder why I hate Facebook? I only keep it because I need it to communicate with my mom. That's about it. That's about the only good use this damn thing has. Okay. Go ahead.
time, morning, afternoon.
I could figure out how to. 'Cause I forwarded what I thought was the fucking mess. Just. Just highlight it, you know?
After he gave you raspberries in the valley, did he go to sleep?
Forward.
Okay.
The only
I
thing
got
I can.
it. I got it.
Fuck this
Let's
shit.
see.
I hate fucking.
Sassy's been checking out the bedroom every morning. Should stop.
Dave G says hello to the entire O'Prey family. Kurogan mental note. Send Christmas card to Dave G. Send brick through the window to JP's for Christmas. I see. Okay. I see. Well, you got me, Dave G. You got me. I see. I used it in a comedy sketch. I do apologize for getting your hopes up. But yeah, please send me an address. I didn't have an address. So by all means, please feel free to send me an address, birdobrave5@aol.com, and email or physical, and I will still send you a email or physical Christmas card. Now I understand. Now I understand.
Well, you did say it.
I did. He absolutely right. So JP. So the thing was, I don't know what JP's made an insult. Dave G complimented me. So out of nowhere, I just said, Kurogan mental note, send Dave G a Christmas card and send a brick through the window to JP.
I've got the brick, but I don't.
Mama Pray says, we have a brick, but we don't have a Christmas card. We've got Christmas.
Oh, I have Christmas cards from years ago. And yes, Dave G. Bird of Prey 5 is a true man of honor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And by the way, how is Mama Prey, by the way?
Mama Prey is talking to nephew O'Prey and sis O'Prey. I don't know, Cat. I think she's not happy to be on the other side of her birthday.
You don't like this.
How come?
Because it's a big number, and she when she tries to help me move in bed and whatnot, she realizes she doesn't have the strength she used to have 10 years ago.
Well, I can say this. Having seen Mama Prey, even just a few brief glimpses we've gotten, she does not look anywhere near her actual age.
No.
Because I would say, at minimum, she looks about 15 years younger on a bad day. So, yeah. to about 55 when she's frazzled.
Well, I'm sure she's happy to know.
Because I know people who've gone gray at like 18. So, you know. Okay, one person.
What the fuck is this? Upgrade to Windows 11 is ready for your PC? Fuck you. Full day in hell. Where can I hide for now? How about hide forever?
Well, I saw Yitz's post about it. It wasn't favorable.
Oh, it was? I'm not surprised.
It's like, oh my God. It fucked everything up. Everything. He had to look for everything he had. Just because Windows decides to reorganize everything. And good morning, Ervik Sander. How are you today?
Hello, Arabic.
I don't know if Bert can throw from New York to wherever the fucking Canada JP's is.
No, I won't throw it. I'll send a minion.
Well, see, I don't know any Canadians that could.
Captain Foley could throw.
Foley. I was thinking Foley. I don't know why, but yeah, Foley could do it. Just, make sure you tell him that when he takes the video to be wearing a shirt.
It's only December or January. He doesn't need to wear a shirt. Not till February.
Oh no, I meant to, be able to show on here, but hey, whatever. And let's see. Oh yes, we're talking about Windows 11. Bert says he has an update. Fortunately, my computer won't, thank God, update to Windows 11.
Probably should turn off the TPM.
Said I resisted Windows 10 until my old computer finally died. And I waited until I absolutely had to update to Windows 10. I hate it. I utterly hate it. I mean, it makes Windows 7 look perfect. And it was far from perfect, but dear God, they had years to make this thing, and they didn't do shit right. I can't imagine Windows 7 being any better, and from what Yitza has said, it's even worse. And let's see here. Because we have... Okay, now, I will, to be fair and balanced, Channel 66 says, been using 11 for about 2 months now. It's been pretty solid. Well, I'm going to ask you about this.
As a fresh install, I might be okay with it, but I just don't want to change everything.
Yeah.
It looks like a significant change. It might be a solid product, but I don't want to change. I mean, no, I don't like change. Half the country doesn't like change for change's sake. Why do they constantly fucking change things?
And we have a disagreement in the chat, which is cool. Hester says Windows 7, I hated it.
Nobody hated Windows 7. You probably hated Windows 8.
It was 8.
I mean,
It was
okay, let me
8.
get wrong.
8, I
A
can
lot
say.
of people who still were using XP and were forced to go to 7 might have hated the fact that they had to go to 7. However, once you got to 7, that's where you wanted to stay. 8 was a complete crap show. That's why 8 was so bad they didn't even make a 9. They went right to 10. But that said, even I did get used to 8. 8 was not a big a change from 7 to 8 as 10 to 11 is.
Yeah, if I were to, it would have to be a fresh install. I'd have to just
Vista, yeah, no one liked Vista.
fuck everything, just erase it all, and just.
Well, though the worst release of all, I think, was Millennium Edition, ME.
Oh my god. Yeah. And that was about as popular as New Coke. Coca-Cola, sorry.
I think Vista was so bad, I went to Windows 2000, which was really supposed to be a server. A server OS. But I had it on my laptop at the time. They were making business laptops with Windows 2000 because Vista and ME were so bad.
$42 in Yorktown says, let's see, let's go back a little more. And he says, no one liked Vista. And I didn't hear anything good about Vista. I really didn't. Pastor says his dad would swear by Windows 2000. And good morning, Darius Munchausen. How are you today? I decided to step outside because I was just cold today. I was seeing if my whatever temperature was actually correct. I was like, okay, it's 21 degrees outside. It's cold. So, okay, back inside. Screw that. My parents being a little older themselves, like to keep things a little too hot for me. So I'll step outside to kind of cool off. But at 21 degrees Fahrenheit, that's too fucking cold. And let's see here. Alexander says, happy equinox, everyone. The first day of winter and the day with the least amount of sunshine. And because Arabic is here.
Listen to me very carefully, because I'm only going to say this once. Coffee. Black.
Coffee. Black. While I've got your attention, there are...
Coffee first. Well, this mentor would like another cup of coffee. I'm just gonna have to give up coffee. Want some coffee?
If I'm not mistaken, that's your third cup this morning.
Fourth, and on a day like today, it won't be my last. Coffee. The finest organic suspension ever devised. Commander, set a new course. There's coffee in that nebula.
Yes, there are a few people that like that clip, but I know Eric Saunders does, because Janeway is her favorite captain. No, I didn't use Emmy. Didn't want to. I believe I was using 98 at the time. Didn't want to change. When I finally had to change, I went to Windows 7. And I waited as long as I could. Because I too do not like change. So I changed. I actually immediately liked Windows 7. Immediately. There was no, oh God, this sucks type thing. And actually with Windows 10, it was an immediate, oh God, this sucks. And I still say Windows 10 sucks. Even though I've gotten used to it, it still sucks. See here, Darius says, my family had a gateway PC with Windows ME and 56K dial-up AOL. Terrible. Oh, God, I remember the dial-up days. You know, the funny thing is you can now download that sound. What? You want to actually remember that? No, thank you. That's 21 here. No, thank you. No. 21 Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. And the lovely Sherry says, oh, great, it's officially winter. Yes, it is. It's officially winter. Well, let's put it this way. At least you have indoor spaces that are heated. And quite honestly, you could probably move the heaters if you actually needed to. Just at least your sleeping quarters. Actually, that's kind of stupid, in my opinion. Keep the rest of the house warm and have extra blankets for the bedrooms. Sorry, I prefer cooler at night. And yes, Lord Astor has 22 Fahrenheit there. Let's see here now. I still have the connections for the second line line. I had to get online without blocking the main phone line. I remember doing that myself. I actually got my own phone line, not for having the phone, which was convenient, but for internet. And yeah, when it started, it wasn't 56K. Trust me, it was even worse. Um, yeah, let's see. People saying hi to each other. And yes, I am a little further south. Good. And good morning, Keely Chow. What's going on? Well, not too much. What's going on with you? So let me keep going on in the chat, see if I can find anything else going on. So we are getting closer and closer to Christmas. It is Tuesday, December 21st, at least where I'm at. So what are your plans leading up to Christmas? Anything going on? Have you gotten everything mailed, hopefully? Have you got all your shopping done for everybody? Even if you're just shipping it late.
Well, we only get for Sisso, Prey, and Charlie, so
Of course.
there's shopping is done.
Oh, I'm sure. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to find something online and go, oh, Charlie needs that, and order it.
Yes, that's pretty much been happening continuously for a year and a half.
And Mambo Prey probably does the same thing. And Pastor says, after about 25 or lower, it feels about the same. Yeah. Well, for me, it's like, yeah, once it reaches 32, once it's below freezing, who cares? It's fucking cold. And if there's wind involved, it's even worse. So, did your mom enjoy the time talking with Charlie?
She's still talking with him.
Still talking.
He's
Okay.
going for quite a while in the morning.
Oh, well, that's sweet. And Darius Munchausen says, I ordered a laptop for my girlfriend, but now it won't arrive until the 27th. Well, if you got a picture of it, you could always wrap it up and say coming December 27th. I don't know. Something, an idea.
Cap, I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Absolutely,
I'm just
no
gonna
problem.
mute. I'm just mute.
And Darius says, I want her to be able to use StreamYard and watch movies with me since her current laptop doesn't work. And the PC won't recognize her mic or camera. Actually, there are other ways of getting it to do that, but it's a little more complicated, and I can't walk you through that. Well, either it's something you're going to need and you'll probably break, so keep one as a backup, or you'll have one to use, one to save, whatever. Either way works. And got Uncle's gift of gab. Good thing. Yeah, absolutely. Wonder if he'll talk. Maybe we can talk him into changing his name to Birdo Prey 6. And then he can, do the right thing and take over Kuroga and put Burrow Prey 5 down in the mines. Because, we all know that the true ruler of Kuroga is Charlie O'Prey, or Birdo Prey 6, however you want to look at it. So what's going on, Darius? I will say there have been a few people I've talked to, trying to get them to make an appearance on the 25th or 26th. And probably out of that, the 24th as well. Because there are going to be more people that are going to be available one of those days, but not necessarily all of them. And it'd be nice to have somebody, even just to pop in and say Merry Christmas and that kind of stuff. So let me ask this. Obviously, we can talk about coffee because that's always a topic. What does everybody want to talk about this morning? Because, yes, it is getting closer to Christmas, but, some people may not want to talk about Christmas. They may want to talk about something else. So I will open up the floor. I will say, go ahead, suggest a topic, and Bert and I may talk about it. And for those of you who do have the availability to the link, Darius, I know you're currently busy at work, so you can't do it. Please feel free to join. You're more than welcome. If you would like to join, you can either send me a message on Discord or on Twitter. I'll have to check Twitter. But and good morning, not Ryan Johnson, who says hello out there in YouTube land. How have you been doing? What's going on with you, not Ryan Johnson? So, I'm trying to figure out what that thing that Darius sent means. Having to look, and it's not showing up. Coffee something cheers. I'm not sure what the hell it means. Usual mayhem. Okay, now Ryan Johnson says usual mayhem at work. I just walked in the door. Oh God. Yeah, tell him to settle down. Just just a suggestion. But I do. Darius says, it's coffee. Me sitting at my computer at work. Ew. Sleepy. No, ew. Yuck. How about discussing something that isn't quite yucky? Uh, Coffee's always good, though, which I'm probably going to need more of. Oh, I am going to need more of. Just looked in my cup. And the coffee is absolutely gone. I don't like things like that. Okay. Uh, that is sleepy but awake. That is actually being asleep. Okay. Well, because that's what it looks like. I mean, it looks like a tear. So yeah. Okay. I have to go back to YouTube to actually see what the heck it is. Because the middle one, okay. Okay, well, there's a difference, but yeah. And let's go with Dave J. Sound. By the way, the middle one doesn't show up in StreamYard at all. Darius. Dave G. Sound says, if I don't drink coffee right now and have it later in the morning, I'll be up all night when I'm at work. Damn it. Well, have it when you can have it. That's fine. That's why it's a morning brew, not the morning coffee. Except, well, we'll discuss that later. More like next year. But, again, it'll happen when it happens. So, we got Bird in the chat. By the way, if you wouldn't mind, please go ahead and share this out on social media. I'm not looking at YouTube, so I haven't even seen if anybody's liked it or not. But if you haven't, please do. It'd be nice to have have people in the chat. It's always fun to have people to talk to. And and Darius says that's the problem with emojis. Other than looking different on different platforms, some don't display at all. StreamYard has the monochrome emojis now. Well, they'll update eventually. And it's not. Let me see here. Let me look. See, because it shows it shows in color here for me for the first and third. It's just the middle is blank, so it doesn't have it there at all. And sometimes it does just show up in monochrome. So it depends. And Eric says, on Kate with the chat jumps. I usually have a cup as soon as I get home from work. Well, knowing what you do for work, yeah, I can understand why. And Ironcaster says, good morning, and good morning, Ironcaster. How are you today? Dave says, I have different emojis for YouTube that are on my Android tablet and my phone for some reason. Yeah. Darius says, Instagram is backward. If you react to a comment with a colored emoji, it will add a monochrome emoji. If you add a monochrome emoji in a comment, it will be full color. Yeah, what? So what is going on this morning, Ironcaster? How have you been? It's always nice to see that others are greeting people as they come in. That's one of the things I like. And actually, one of the reasons, you know, yeah, it is fun to have a number of people in chat, but I don't want it so big that it goes flying by, because that would just be like, then it would be more of a chore, to have 100, 300, 500 people in chat. Nah. Wouldn't complain, but I would be saying, mods, take care of these, because I'm not going to be able to. And Ironcaster is working. We got a Whack-A-Bot time. Yay! Let's see here now. I'm going to do as I said. I'm going to time them out. And I'm going to report user. For spam. So please be sure to report that person or the bot as spam, because they are just full of crap. Snorter Poopa says, I like the smaller streams too. It's easier to find fish. Well, the thing is, it's easier to be more personable, in my opinion. I mean, yes, you can greet everybody in a larger chat, no problem. But when it gets too big, I've seen ones, it almost loses its personability. I've seen ones, who can handle it even at 100. That's fine. If they're able to do it, more power to them. But when you get to 1,000 people in chat, you either be personable to everyone, or to the people that are on your panel if you have one, or you just greet everyone and try to be nice and,
You say 1,000 people in chat? Hello, everybody.
not in this chat.
Oh, not this chat.
Thank God that will never happen. It's happened with you.
Yeah, those people weren't so happy with me.
Well, some of them subscribed.
Some did.
So at least you made an impression on them. Some of them may not have liked it, but at least you made a good impression. Well, let's go back to the chat. Snortopoopa says, reported. That was fun. Well, that's the whole point. Let's make it a fun game. I call it Whack-A-Bot. And Anonymous says, hail, guys. Yes, hail on Kuroga.
Anonymous.
And oh, no, we cannot leave out the lovely ladies, especially the lovely Sherry. And yes, Snortopoopas, the fast chats. Well, Dave says the fast chats are no fun. The fast chats wear me out. Agreed. You know, it's funny because there are times I've been in a Doomcock's chat, and the chat is flying by so fast, I'll see my name only because it's highlighted and it's up the screen. It's like, who said it? And I'll only see my name because it's highlighted. So I'll have to scroll up and figure out who the hell said it.
Been there. Dave G said super fast chats are no fun. I thought he said super chats are no fun. I say they're fun for me if I'm getting them. It's a joke.
Well, yeah.
You need a laugh sign app you can pull. Just like, a laugh track.
Well, it's funny because there are a few people that I'll go in even when there's a big number of people in chat, and I'll say hi. Sometimes they'll actually say hi to me, and I'm going, huh? What? And yes, there is anybody who has not subscribed to Bird of Prey 5. God only knows why you haven't. If you haven't subscribed to Bird of Prey 5 today.
Sorry, chat was just coughing a little.
No problem. Oh, yes, Darius says for juicy extra content, subscribe to Bird of Prey 5X. And yes, Darius. Oh, my God. Coming soon, Bird of Prey 5 Triple X.
I don't know about that one.
That all depends on. Actually, I think that's more likely for OnlyFans.
It depends on if the cuddlers want to allow me to record the sessions.
I'd say it's reasonable. You make the request. You can have a special showing of the cuddling session for those who want to pay to watch.
What you want me to charge extra for that? That's not the way YouTube works. Just you put it out there for free.
Sorapoo says, I always wonder who the moron using the orange highlight name is. Then I realize that's people messaging me. Yeah. Yes. I'll see the orange highlight and it's okay, who messaged me? Particularly like in Doomcock's Friday nights, I'll see something fly by. Okay, somebody said hi to me. It's nice to see the the highlighted part was know I was included, so that's always the fun part.
So, Captain,
Yes.
I think I realized what was bugging me these last few days, and it kind of hit me this morning
Mm-hmm.
when I looked at the calendar, and I somehow forgot to notice that it had been 10 years since my dad passed.
Oh man.
The 18th of December. Come and went. Sis O'Prey was here. She remembered. Mom O'Prey, she remembered. But I did not. Now, don't get me wrong. I always think about my dad. It's not that the days went without me thinking about him. I'm sure I had, because
Oh,
I often
doubt.
do. But I had been thinking, 10 years, it's coming up, a couple of weeks ago. And then the actual day itself came and went, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And it wasn't until last night and then this morning that I remember, holy shit, I completely forgot the 18th.
That would kind of explain some things, though.
Yeah, it does. Now I kind of feel a little better, but as to why I knew something wasn't right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest, though he's been gone 10 years, it doesn't feel like it. Some days it feels like I saw him yesterday, and, he's just laying in bed, and come out later today or something. I don't know. Of course, that would be a disaster if that ever did happen. I would probably die of fright. Also, the fact that the bedroom where he used to sleep is no longer a bedroom, but a big open area of the house now. So I can get out the side door.
Yeah. Well, it's good to actually. I mean, sometimes change is good, but yeah, again, remembering that is. I have somebody I know who the hardest days are birthdays, their mother's birthday in particular, and uh, the day that she passed, and so that's the hardest part. Let's see here now, and Anonymous is going to see Spider-Man today. Cool. Hope you like it. Started out in larger chats, so I still add people in the small chats. It's a hard habit to bypass. Well, the other thing is, if you want to make sure they see it, because a lot of times you'll just overlook something, you'll just be there, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. There are times I've had people just, hey, Cap, and it's like it doesn't highlight, so I don't see it. And then I, for some reason, will look back at chats. Oh, somebody said hi to me, and I didn't see it at all. Darius says, sometimes that moron is me. And see, that's another one that shows up as monochrome, not color, but that's only in what's highlighted, not what I see. I freaking hate July and November for the same reasons. Bird and get the same feelings. Yeah. So let's see here. Yes, my nephews are here. Now, Snorter Pippin says, we know the universe is complicated, composed of elementary particles like electrons, photons, leptons, and morons. Be proud. But so it is, like I said, getting close to Christmas. What do you have going on this week in preparation for Christmas? I know some
Me
people. Yeah,
or everybody?
well, you and
We don't
everybody.
really do much to prepare for Christmas. I mean, Christmas is just like any other day, more or less. We used to do stuff, I mean, back in the day, but these days, you know, the only person who might come is Sissopray and Charlie.
Right.
So it's just like preparing for any other weekend, I mean, where they might come.
Wait. We had
Mama Pray. Okay, yeah, we have a little Christmas tree that
Cool.
Mama Pray sets up.
no, this is Charlie's.
Oh, Charlie's tree.
It's got
Oh, okay, guys. I gotta show you a video.
no.
Captain, I'm gonna share a video.
Absolutely.
Oh, are you sharing the video?
I'm sharing Charlie's Christmas tree.
Well,
Yep.
that's
Where's Charlie?
I know.
Where's Charlie? Where's Charlie? Peekaboo. No.
It's a live
There's,
tree.
there's Charlie. There's Charlie. Peekaboo.
Yeah,
Well,
it's his way of hiding, playing a game.
it's playing
I like that.
peekaboo on. It didn't come up on the video.
There's
And
Charlie.
then he got up. He walked under
Where's
the tree,
Charlie?
through the whole house into the kitchen,
Where's Charlie?
and laughing.
Peekaboo.
Oh yeah, it's very. He thought this was very fun.
But our tree isn't
There's,
a cone.
there's Charlie.
It's flat. It goes against the wall.
There's
And
Charlie.
there's ornaments that
Peekaboo.
just stick on it, like Velcro onto. And he decorates it, and he changes the ornaments around when he comes. Unfortunately, it's in a spot that you can't see. Now I have a question for everybody.
Yes.
Does Santa Claus wrap his gifts?
Of course.
Of course.
When I was a kid, Santa Claus never wrapped gifts.
When you were a kid,
see.
Santa didn't wrap gifts.
No, the
Santa-
gifts were under the tree, unwrapped. So you knew what was who. Yeah.
Well, see, for our house, we always knew who the gifts from Santa because they were wrapped in special paper. It was paper that wasn't used for anything else, and all of a sudden, you knew it was from Santa because there it was, this special whatever paper that was
Right.
on there, and then you looked to see who it was for. See who got a gift from Santa.
Well,
Go ahead, Mom.
This isn't broadcasting.
Oh, you're not broadcasting that?
No, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bird was watching something, and I thought it was on the screen, so I stopped talking. But yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of doing. Wrapping Santa's gifts in one paper, and then stuff from Bird and I in a different paper. But since basically Charlie's the only one getting gifts, yeah. Well, no, I have something for Siso Pray.
What happened, Charlie? Mommy was
Okay.
in the
But
kitchen
yeah,
over
we don't
here,
do anything like we used to.
eating a little bit of
And
this.
this year,
And the refrigerator was
I
still
can't
open.
even plan
And she turned her back
really a special meal.
and found out someone found cake
because of Bird's
and pulled
low
it out of the
salt
fridge
diet.
and helped himself to a little bit of cake.
You know, we're doing the best we can, but we're going to enjoy the time. Hopefully, Siso Pray and Charlie will be here. She's taking him to a specialist today to make sure his ears have completely cleared up, because he did have a reoccurring ear infection, that has lasted a while, and he finished his last medication about a week ago. So if she goes to the ear, nose, and throat specialist to make sure that it's actually gone, and I hope it is, for the poor baby's sake. But it's we really didn't have many people come to visit in the years before COVID. Occasionally, my niece would come. She lives up near Syracuse, which is, I don't know, 8 hours away. But she would come down for the holiday, spend it with another relative in Long Island, and then their
All
cousins.
my cousins.
Yeah,
All my
one of the
cousins.
My other
would
nieces.
come in.
And they would all come and hang out for an afternoon or evening and
We'd play
games.
Cards Against Humanity or
Yeah,
something.
Cards Against Humanity, Bird likes, and they all like. But since COVID, that hasn't happened, and I doubt,
We
now
wouldn't let one of them near my house at this point.
yeah, either this time we won't let them in the house. So it's really a quiet day, except now we have Charlie, so nothing's quiet with Charlie around, which is a joy. He just gets into everything, but he knows he was near Bird's wheelchair the other day when he was here, because he dropped a toy and it rolled over, and he picked up the toy and he stood at the wheelchair and made a back and forth motion with his hand, like with one finger out and saying, no, like he knew he shouldn't go near the wheelchair. It was unbelievable. And of course, he does believe that everything should be put in Sassy's water dish. All his he washes them in Sassy's water dish. So that's become a problem. So I make sure Sassy drinks some water, and then I pick up the dish and put it on the counter. Oh, okay. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have my cup of coffee. Everybody enjoy the day. And I hope everybody enjoys their Christmas too. But I'll speak to you guys before then.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
you, Mama
All
Pray.
right. You're welcome. All right, take over.
Thank you, Mama Pray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I'm going to say something to what Darius said. I think that as far as Santa Claus, it does help with the child's imagination. It gives the idea of things. You don't necessarily have to see everything to believe something exists. And I think I don't think it's a bad thing. And yeah, my parents, I know, later and they were the ones eating the cookies and putting labels on the presents. But I wouldn't call it a lie because it was done out of love. And so, yeah, my parents would leave a little bit of the milk left, and there'd be cookie crumbs. I've done the same thing for my great nephews. I'll take off part of the cookie and crumble it up like there's crumbs and eat the rest. Oops. Of course, I'm the one taking out the gifts and putting them under the tree. So, it's just anonymous says kids like to make believe all the time, so might as well help it along with Santa. I tend to agree. And then we have people telling Mama Pray to have a great day, take care. We all care about Mama Pray. And yes, even the news gets in on that with the Santa tracker. So, okay. Let's admit it. Who is going to watch Christmas Vacation if you haven't already?
I watched it last night. That was what I went to sleep with.
And Random Minute says, "Happy winter solstice, everybody, and happy winter solstice." I need more coffee. Happy winter solstice, whatever, to you, to the Random Minutes. Oh, and well, as far as the news lying all the time, basically, if they say it on the news anymore, you might as well consider it a lie or
Absolutely.
question the information.
Absolutely. Just the fact they report it already makes it suspect.
And Dave G. Sound says, "I've watched it twice so far, probably watch it once more this year." Actually, I have not watched it yet, but that's just I need to get on one of the apps and watch some Christmas movies. Because at least there I can just tune into whatever the hell I want, when I want, and see what I want only. Of course,
One last video, Cap,
go for it.
if you're interested. Charlie eating a New York slice of pizza.
Oh,
I think it's a New York slice of pizza.
of course it
Either
is.
that or a quesadilla. But I think it's pizza. Yeah, it might be quesadilla. I'm not sure. I don't know. Just use your imagination. Okay.
And yes, let's see here. Dave G. Sound says, yum pizza. Lovely Sherry says, the best pizza. And thank you, Darius, for dropping the link in the chat. You can always count on that. And are there any other movies that you plan on watching before Christmas, other than Christmas Vacation?
Well, may get Die Hard in, might not. We'll see.
Of course, if we get Chris Knight joining the chat, he'll say it's not a Christmas movie, but it's my channel. I'll say it's a Christmas movie. Oh, and trust me, at 13, if they still think Santa, yeah, that's a little old, but depends on the child. And Mr. Lundell is playing hooky from work. How is taking a break from work for you? Oh. So, I'm trying to think, what should I watch? I'll just, like I said, I'll just check. Because there's some... And, of course, Dave G. says Mr. Lundell is absolved from work for today. So, yeah, don't worry about it. No problem. Scrooged. 8-Bit Christmas. Wasn't bad. Wasn't great either. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't remember about that one.
It's a new, it just came out this year on HBO Max, I think. It's not bad. It's something for a 2021 movie. It's decent. I don't know, for a 1990 movie, it would be probably on the boring side, but for 2021, you know, it's got Neil Patrick Harris as one of the stars of the movie, so that's a plus. Neil Patrick Harris playing a straight father of a kid, so that's impressive since you can't get away with that much. Well, not in the other direction anyway. You still there, Cap?
I'm sorry, what?
No, I didn't know if you were still there.
Yep, I'm here.
Went silent.
I guess you didn't see private chat.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did not.
That's why I went quiet.
And
I see I missed a few. Chat, it's Courtney's Fellowship Oddballs. Hey, and good morning, or whatever time of day it is where you are. Guess you're the leader of the Fellowship of Oddballs. Oh yes, and Eric Saunders says, let's not forget about the best Christmas movie ever, and NB Geek's all-time favorite, A Christmas Story.
No, shoot his eye out. Is that the movie?
Yep. Watch Matrix 4. Oh, God. And see,
Is that
yeah,
out today?
apparently. I think it came out. If it's not, it will be soon. Mr. Waddell says, looking for Christmas movies, A Christmas Carol starring George C. Scott. Santa
Movie
Claus
premieres tonight.
A Christmas Story. Oh, premieres tonight. Cool. We will watch it.
Matrix Resurrections trailer. Red pill or blue pill? The choice is yours. On December 22nd, in theaters and HBO Max ad-free plan. So tomorrow, I guess it actually will be on HBO Max.
Cool.
I wonder if that means midnight tonight.
Probably. And I wonder what time zone they're talking about.
Oh, so you know what? I guess Neil Patrick Harris was doing 8-Bit Christmas right before or right after he was doing The Matrix. Yeah. Haven't seen him in anything in a while. And now he's in 2 movies almost back to back.
And I guess talking about 8-Bit Christmas, Anonymous says, it feels like a better quality Hallmark movie. Well, considering some of those movies are pretty bad. Some are good, don't get me wrong. Not all of them are bad, but some of them are just the same movie repackaged. You have new actors, you have the same basic storyline, you just change a few lines here and there. So if you've seen a few of them, you've basically seen them all, which is not a good thing. And then Sort of Poopa says, got to Mr. Lundell, good choices, which I would agree with. I don't care for Santa Claus versus the Martians. That's more of a MST3K thing when watching, mocking it, not actually watching a movie. Well, watching the movie along. Well, you know what? If we're gonna get into the politics of only certain people playing certain things, yeah, then Neil Patrick Harris shouldn't have played a straight man. But that's just life. And Mara says, hello everyone, and sorry I'm a bit off today. Well, nothing wrong with that. And good morning, Raquel. How are you today? And of course, Darius said what I was thinking. You've always been a bit off, Mar. Yep, I would agree. I was thinking it. I thought I'd be nice and not say it. And Courtney says, can't stick around, unfortunately, but have a great day, guys. Thank you so much. Well, there are a few gals in the chat, so you might as well say. And later, again, I thought all those Matrix trailers were potato chip or energy drink ads and didn't even pay attention. Well, yeah, I didn't actually see them, didn't care. As you can tell, the kids are here, and not everything is going as they would like because, well, Eric says Star Trek Generations is a good one to watch around Christmas too. Mr. Lundell says, you mean I get to watch the new Matrix movie, then laugh in LDG's face when he's proven wrong about his damn cookie theory? Well, that would be kind of fun. And Dave G Sound. Really? Really? Best Christmas movie, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. This one will require Bird's response. And I guess he's going to remain silent on this because he's not talked so far.
What was the question?
Look at the screen.
Best Christmas movie. No, it's not a Christmas movie.
Come on, I want more than that.
Did it come out during Christmas time?
I seriously doubt that, but come on, read it.
Best Christmas movie, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the... I don't recall that Indiana Jones movie. I remember there was Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, the Last Crusade, and that's it. That was it. They tied it up nicely. It's a nice trilogy, and Sean Connery was in the final movie, and he was Indy's dad, and they fought the Nazis, and everybody ended all happy. That was it. It was a beautiful ending to a beautiful trilogy.
Oh, trust me, you'll get to know him. You'll either like him or you'll think he's a little weird. Or both. Or both. Dave G. Sound says several Christmases have passed since it was released. Let's see what his point was. Yeah. Well, that would be fun. We could have a stream with that. You watch the movie, and we'll invite LDG on to talk. Of course, I'll have to mute most of the time, but that's another story. So when you have a reason to laugh, they're actually better. True. I don't even know all of his Matrix theories. Most of the time, I just tune out because I just don't give a shit. don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that The Matrix was a bad movie, but I'm not into all the whatever he's into. And not Ryan Johnson says, if Burr doesn't recall the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull movie, it can be requested for his Cinema Saturday.
Cinema Saturday, I'm not sure exists anymore. It'll be a while before Cinema Saturday is back. Maybe next year.
Well, and yes, anyone who hasn't seen LDG, go ahead and you can subscribe to him. Thank you, Darius, for putting the link in. And 54.5 Access Radio. Bird loves to watch Crystal Skull. I don't think it's a good thing to lie there, 54.5 Access Radio. And yes, like Beetlejuice, if you say his name 3 times, he will usually appear. Not usually in this chat, but hey, miracles do happen. You never know, he could be lurking. There are people who do lurk in this chat. One I know who lurks at times is Culture Casino, Chris Knight, a couple others. Paulie has been known to lurk sometimes. So, Darius says, wait, let's go back a little bit. Going to wrap a couple of Christmas presents, but staying on the stream, AFK. Dave G. Sands, standing down from bot guard. Oh, we'll have, so you will not be playing the Whack-A-Bot game. That's fine. Wrap your Christmas presents. That is more important, particularly if it's for your wife. Darius, that's just mean, but would LDG being wrong about The Matrix 4 be a Christmas miracle? Maybe a Christmas wonder, but not a Christmas miracle. Yes, absolutely. Anybody who hasn't subscribed to Culture Casino, please do. He's usually on at about what is it? 10:45 Central. For his 6-minute daily, which usually lasts about 9 minutes, but that's just how it goes. But I do love to rib him about that. But his news stories usually last about 6 minutes, and then he wraps things up. So he does have a timer on that, so that the stories don't go over that. And yes, let's get ready to rumble. Subscribe to Chris Knight at The Real Review 3000. See, you mention him, he shows up. 'Cause I am the living miracle. Yes. And yes, Paulie has lurked before. Probably not been in a while because I don't always stream as late, and he's on the left coast, so yeah, a little harder to catch the stream. Uh uh and David saying hi to LDG. I have an actual scrolling banner on my channel that says epilepsy warning LDG. Oh my God! Yes, there have been a few of his backgrounds that have been a little, uh, well, over time. But I will say this: he's gotten calmer, except the eye thing. I'll be glad when he's tired of that one. Well, I'm sorry, since you're in the chat, I'll tell you personally. I'll be glad when you're tired of that one. And I'm glad when you're on your laptop and can't use it. We probably ought to post LDG's PayPal to send him some grease for a damn fan. WD-40 or whatever. Bacon grease. I don't think it matters. Because I was on, I think it was DJ, yeah, it was DJ stream when he was doing his 48 hours. And I was able to stay there for a while, and then all of a sudden, it's just like the noise was just getting to me seriously. Kind of like I could have pulled up a video of fingernails scraping down a blackboard and had a little bit of relief from that sound. And of course, people are going to say, but you've got the kids in the background. Fortunately, I can't hear most of it because my earphones are keep out most noise. So you can tell they're actually being loud. I can hear them. So what are, you know what? I know something. We ought to get a bet going. And Bird, what would be a good thing to bet?
What are you going to bet, Cap?
Well, I want to see if LDG is right about his matrix theory and what would be a good thing to bet. You know, if he's correct, there's one thing. Of course, he's going to say he's correct either way. So he's not the judge to say whether he's correct or not.
Yeah, that's probably a smart option.
So I would say go ahead and LDG, why don't you make a video on your predictions for The Matrix 4? Tell us what you think exactly in a video that we can actually look back on and say whether your predictions were correct or not. That way, it's not based on opinion; it's based on fact.
And none of this. Listen to what I mean, not what I say.
Exactly.
Say what you mean.
Say what you
So that
mean.
we have
Mean what you say.
no dispute over that.
And no, you're not just talking to people who know what you mean. Not everybody's going to know what you mean by what you say, unless you say what you mean. Mar, you're something else. Okay, Bird already has said that Matrix comes out tomorrow. I will say the opposite of everything LDG said. LDG said Zion was a Matrix in a Matrix, so I say it's the real world. LDG and I were supposed to make a prediction video, but he's already seen it now. So now he can't make the video because he's already seen it, and his quote-unquote predictions would be null and void because he's already seen the damn thing. Or he'll twist his words around to say what the movie actually said. Yeah, well, okay, that's out. Since he's already seen it. Let's see here. Mars says, LDG said Neil Patrick Harris plays the architect. I say he is something else. And Mr. Londell says, LDG gets so transfixed on looking for hidden meanings and stuff that he misses the actual meaning that's right in front of your face. Note, these are not my words, they are other people's. I'm just happen to be reading them. And good morning, Philip Gaming. How are you, Phil? Darius says to Mr. Londell, his WandaVision predictions were better than WandaVision. Well, I can say this. I don't know if it's better, but they were definitely more entertaining. And he actually put thought into it, unlike the actual show, which seemed like they pulled it out of their ass sometimes. Whereas LDG would spend hours, and I do mean hours, talking about and thinking about all these things which could have been done for this show. Philip Gaming says, I'm tired, might go back to sleep. Well, if you do go back to sleep, Phil, I hope you do sleep well. And thank you, Darius. I appreciate that. By the way, and Mr. Lundell says and they were all wrong as 5 left mismatched shoes. Okay. By the way, Darius, you have not dropped the link to your channel yet. So, Bird, are you going to be seeing The Matrix 4? Thank you, Darius, for dropping your link. And did you do that yesterday or not? God, I don't remember. I went to sleep early, so I think I missed it if you did. And Mara says, well, if LDG has seen it, I am wondering how right I am going against his predictions. Ah, you fell asleep after watching T-Shirt Historian yesterday. Actually, I was watching that and I fell asleep as well. And yes, please subscribe to Raquel. Super Saiyan Girl, I believe, is SSG. And LDG says, tomorrow I'm not going to spoil anything yet. Till tomorrow. But I would not bet against me on Harris. Okay. Mr. Londell says we should all watch it, then do an after-watch stream to confirm or refute LDG's, and I quote, crack brain theories on it. End quote. Or, no, especially the damn cookie theory, unquote. So, and yes, Raquel also has a wrench. She can do that. And I was correct about that. Cool. I'll have to get the story about that sometime, by the way. Sometime when you're on, you can tell us all about it. So, let's see here. I may actually make some hot chocolate today, since I don't have the stupid wound care appointment today. So, yes, Tuesday is finally a good day for me. I don't know what I'll actually do to celebrate. So usually I'm kind of mentally preparing for not, for the stress of going and the pain of all that. But today is actually going to be a good day. So let's see here. What can we discuss for tomorrow? I would like to, let's think about for tomorrow. What would be a good topic for tomorrow's stream? And then if I remember, we can talk about it. I know what. Let's talk about Christmas cookies tomorrow on Morning Brew. And I think with that, I will say I will ask Bert if he's streaming today, which he may or may not do. I don't know, depending on what he has going
I'll
on.
see. If I'm feeling decent, I might stream in the afternoon. But if someone else is going to stream, don't let me stop you.
All right. Culture Casino is coming up in a while. Keep an eye out for him. That'll be in about 2 hours. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I do want to thank Bird of Prey 5 for coming on. Thank you, Bird.
Thank you,
And
Cap.
I do want to thank everybody who's been in the chat. Thank you so much for making this a fun day. And have a great one. I will talk to you soon.